Hello and welcome back to Savvy Ventures, where we not only connect with executives and experts and showcase problem-solving solutions, we also have a huge focus on corporate and leisure travel, and today is no different. I have some fantastic ideas for you, starting with this next guest that I'm super excited to be connecting with. Joining us now is Joseph Forstmeyer, Managing Director at Round Hill Hotel and Villas in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Joseph has been welcoming guests to this property since he began as Managing Director in 1989. Wow. He's joining us today to share the latest news and updates on Round Hill Hotel and Villas and enlighten us a bit on the lengthy history of this beautiful luxury resort. Hey there, Joseph. Thanks for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much, Mary Lee, for having me. It's a pleasure and a real honor to be with you.
So first, since Round Hill Hotel and Villas is such a historic property, can you share some insight into its lengthy history?
Mary Lee, this is really where the modern Caribbean vacation began. This is where a concept of a villa and a hotel property was combined for the first time in 1953. Our founder, John Pringle, it was a Jamaican businessman who had been exposed to many of the leading socialites and the luxury travelers of the early 50s because his mother was one of the great hostesses in Jamaica. And he saw a need for having a hideaway place, a little villa, together within a full-service resort so that the famous people at the time could hide away and be naughty, as he called it, in a place that provided them with beautiful surroundings, lovely service, and kept them somewhat private. And that's how it all began in 1953. It became an instant success. And so much so that he opted to sell these individual villas to the shareholders and owners. And when they were not in residence, they would have to rent it to paying customers. And that's how it all began. And to this day, we have the same philosophy. It has been copied many times across the Caribbean, and it has become a very successful model for a perfect, small, private luxury resort in the Caribbean. And we are very proud of that history. And we have what I call polished the jewel. I mean, where we try to improve on all the different elements that John Pringle thought of, but at the same time remain very true to our original philosophy.
I understand that the villa stays in particular have some exciting new updates. So please tell us about some of these new happenings at the property.
Well, their concept always called for originally a two-bedroom villa, but in many instances it was expanded to 3, 4, 5, and 6 bedrooms. It was also made more sort of posh and luxurious than it was originally intended, and therefore it has always kept up with the time. I mean, what guests expect. What we have never tried to do is to provide you with exactly the same environment that you may find at home. I mean, we assume that everyone who comes to Round Hill already lives in a very beautiful surrounding. Therefore, we really wanted to spoil you with the greatest and most beautiful garden setting. We have some of the most spectacular landscapes around our gardens, magnificent views down the bay, great privacy, and naturally imbue it with services and a style that you really cannot have in where you are from. I mean, it's always beautiful in Jamaica. The sun always shines, and if it doesn't, you are covered with overhanging roofs and lovely tropical foliage. So we have also added amenities now in our villas that take care of you, that spoil and pamper you, from your breakfast that is prepared by your housekeeper that always has a very wonderful, special way of introducing the local fruits and vegetables, the ackee and saltfish, a famous Jamaican dish, or the best and freshest mangoes and the sweetest bananas, or also we'll provide you with a lunch and dinner option, or you can come down to the restaurant and enjoy the resort amenities that are all there for you. We also have included specific offerings now to make it easier for you to arrive to Jamaica. Because as you know, Jamaica has a wonderful airlift, especially from North America. We have almost 62 direct flights out of all the major gateways. And now we have added to our signature villa category and to our estate villa category a wonderful new offering called the Club Mobay service, which is a VIP service that meets you at the ramp of the plane as disembark, and takes you through all the various hurdles potentially, from your immigration to your customs, and hands you straight over to our driver. And that has made a big difference also in the ease of access to the resort. And then it's only a 20 minutes drive to Round Hill, and you can get on a plane in the morning in New York, for instance, and you're on the beach at Round Hill by 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's about as easy and as quick and yet as culturally diverse a destination as you can get to in such a short time.
Can guests enjoying a villa stay still benefit from access to the main hotel and the amenities there?
Yes, and that's really the beauty of it. I mean, our villa guests have their own spaces in the villas, have their own staff, but they are surrounded with a full service resort. I mean, we have a wonderful restaurants options and right on the water. Everything happens on the foot. We are on a private peninsula, and therefore each villa is on the western slope overlooking the Bay of Round Hill, where we have our private beach, where we have a beautiful reef and water sports options. We have an environmental project where we have regrown the reef. We call it the Reef Garden Project, where we are trying to regrow coral and ensure that we have multicolored reef fish again that are populating the reef, which is beautiful for snorkeling. And along the beach area, we have our restaurant terrace, we have our beautiful cocktail bar, and we have our 36 hotel rooms. And that's where Ralph Lauren has been very, very helpful in defining the style. He has helped us to restore those public areas and hotel rooms throughout his association with Round Hill. And he has done an amazing job to really sort of redefine what Caribbean, tropical, Jamaican living at Round Hill can look like. And it's all easy, it's uncomplicated, it is understated luxury and a very sort of quiet elegance, but surrounded with a warm Jamaican heart. I mean, that's how we define our guest promise and our motto.
Such great information, and certainly a stellar option for those planning their travels ahead. Thank you for coming on and sharing with us today.
Thank you very, very much. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you today. Thank you.
For more information about Round Hill Hotel and Villas and to book a stay, go to roundhill.com.